It's been a great day and we're just getting started. And now that you've been properly energized by the brilliance of our young DJ, we know you're ready for the next panel. The next session is all about fashion. First, we'll hear from Amazonians working at the intersection of fashion and tech, whose goal is to make the experience of fashion more inclusive than ever. They'll be sharing fast facts about Amazon, including the projects and qualities that make this work special. Please welcome Shelby Christie, Senior Brand Activations Manager, Alexa Style, and Adam Peck, Director of Business Technology, followed by a conversation with fashion industry pioneer, Misha Hilton. She has styled hip-hop and R&B artists since the 1990s. Most notably, Hilton's style, referred to as hip-hop glamorous, has been credited with influencing fashion trends in popular culture and was the centerpiece of the 2019 documentary.
My role in Amazon is working in Amazon Fashion, and I lead a fashion innovation technology team. We're focused on really two questions. First is, how can we create a more immersive, confidence-inspiring experience for customers that are shopping for fashion online? And number two is, how can we use technology to reinvent the fashion manufacturing process? And the idea is, how do we create clothing that better fits our diverse set of customers in terms of their body, shape, and size, and their personal preferences?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to talk about my team and my role today. My name is Shelby Christie, as you mentioned, and I'm a Senior Brand Activations Manager in luxury stores at Amazon. And so my team is fairly new. We launched luxury stores in September of 2020. And what we do is we bring luxury fashion and luxury beauty brands to Amazon, to our existing customer base, right? And what my day-to-day role kind of entails, what I do is I work closely with the marketing team and the brand development team to not only onboard new brands, so bringing in new beauty brands and fashion brands under the luxury umbrella, but also to shepherd our existing brand portfolio and build out awesome brand activations for them. And an example of that is our recently launched Smile It Summer campaign. The idea came about because we love that iconic Amazon smile that's on all of our packaging, and we wanted to create a fresh summer kind of moment around that for our luxury brands. And so we got the opportunity to shoot a beautiful campaign with some really top talent like Paloma El Sacer, Luca Sabat. It was shot by Tyler Campbell, who we know is an amazing Black photographer who shot Beyonce's Vogue cover. And so it was a really exciting time for our team. And these are the kinds of brand activations that we work to have. We want to bring moments to our brands and moments to our customers that feel accessible to them, but are still in the luxury vein.
Yeah, we recently launched a product called Made For You. And this is an opportunity for customers to order clothing that is made in size U. And so with Made For You, customers can create a custom t-shirt that is made on demand to match their exact preferences and their body shape and size. So the customer experience starts with customers going through an experience in the Amazon shopping app where they capture 2 photos. Based on those photos, we determine their customer body measurements and create a garment that's custom made to fit them. We also have an experience where they can visualize the t-shirt on their virtual body double and customize various aspects of it. So they can change color and sleeve length, create a custom tag with their name on it. And then when they order, the t-shirt's made on demand with their body measurements in mind and shipped to them within 2 to 3 business days.
Definitely bias for action, and that's a 2-pronged answer for me. So bias for action is important to me and my role in our team spirit, really, because we're in a pandemic, right? We've had difficult times in the way that people think about luxury, in the way that luxury fashion and fashion as a whole is approached has had to be rethunk, rejiggered, and kind of redone. And so we're having to always remain nimble as a team to be able to be a good partner to our brands and to our customers. So for example, we've seen many luxury brands and just fashion brands change the way that they interact with their customer base, beginning with fashion shows. Last year, we saw very traditional legacy fashion houses have to shift to a digital presentation for their collections, whereas that's not something they would usually do. They had to adjust to the social distancing of the times. We also saw changes in behaviors for the way that consumers shop, right? Like so many consumers know how to online shop now, and that is their first destination for shopping. So our team is constantly having to, keep up with our brands, be good brand partners to them, and make sure that we are being nimble and adjustable and having that bias for action, that when they change and they adjust, we're able to change and adjust, and it's it's that same kind of action that we bring, bias for action that we bring to our consumers as well. We want to make sure that we're always meeting our consumers in a way that is, meaningful and impactful for them.
Yeah, my favorite leadership principle is customer obsession. It's one our team is constantly focused on and obsessing over. As we're innovating and creating new products, we start by listening to customers, understanding what works and what doesn't work, what their pain points are. And this can range from conducting usability studies to reading customer reviews, or in some cases even shadowing our customer service team to listen to calls as customers call in and tell us what's not working for them. And so customer obsession helps inspire new ideas. Customers are constantly dissatisfied and finding new ways to give us feedback, and that feedback drives innovation. So it's something we're really focused on, and my favorite leadership principle.
I love that my team and in my role I get to be really focused on inclusivity, right? And not just at the surface level, like we really want to build out tools and functions that make our customers feel like this is a destination where they can see themselves reflected in the clothing, see models that look like them, right? And so one of the things that we did was last year, we launched a view in 360 throughout the platform. And what that does is it enables our consumers to see a garment on a model that looks most similar to their body type. So those are the kinds of things that we're working on to make sure that we're making sure that our customers feel included. No exclusivity on the platform. It is luxury, but we want to make sure that, when our customers visit our fashion destinations, that they're feeling like they are included. And so our team is constantly ideating on that, thinking about that, and it's something that, again, bias for action, we are always looking to action towards too.
I continue to learn a lot about fit. If you think about fit, I've realized this is a really complex topic. Getting fit right is complex. It's not only about body proportions and measurements, it's also about personal preference. And so we've learned two customers that may have a very similar body shape and size could wear the exact same garment and actually have different perspectives on whether or not it fits. And it's largely because of fit is a personal preference, and it's related to how you like your clothing to fit you. And so what we've done with the Made For You product launch is not only create garments that are custom made to fit your body measurements, but also give you some control over that experience. And so if you like tighter fitting clothes or looser fitting clothes, we're trying to make sure we put that control in the customer's hands so that they can actually order garments that fit them. It's actually a complex topic and one that's hard to get right, but one we're super focused on is the perfect fitting clothes for our customers.
Misa, it is an honor to be with you here today.
Oh, thank you.
We are just so incredibly blessed to have you on this stage with us. As I mentioned in our introduction, your career can only be defined as revolutionary. We throw around the term pioneer often, but what you did for the fashion culture in the 90s literally changed the game for how fashion was conducted in the music industry era. There was a disruption that occurred during that era, and it's exciting to hear your story and to hear how important that was. So tell us a little bit more about how important it was for you to change the game back then, and then why it's necessary to be a disruptive force in the fashion industry today.
Well, when I look back, I wasn't trying to be disruptive. I just was. And I think sometimes the most powerful things happen in a moment of being authentic, being brave, being courageous, being forward, and thinking outside of the box and really being open to taking risks. And that's what I did. The way that fashion looked for R&B singers in particular was a specific way. And so I decided to take a chance and introduce something different, something that had never been seen before, which was what we call streetwear today. And, I had to be able to stand up for my idea. I had to be able to sell my idea and believe in it even if no one else on the team did, or the decision makers, even if they did not.
Right.
And so I did that, and I guess those are the traits or the characteristics of a disruptor. But I was so young at the time. I actually started my career at 17 years old.
Wow, that's
so
incredible.
It's something really special about young people with gifts. Because they're the future,
Right,
and they
right.
have so many answers and so much insight, but they need the people who are older than them or the elders to like mentor them and support them. And I know how important that is, and I know that's why I started the Fashion Academy.
Yes,
Yeah.
love that, which segues perfectly. You know, you created such an incredible academy that's perfect for the next generation to be able to learn and grow and develop and to be the core foundation that will groom them into the next generation of fashion pioneers such as yourself. And, you know, they have courses such as business and fashion styling and fashion and technology, which is huge and innovative. And today, and there's just so much more, you know, with that venture and so many of your other projects that we see a need for industry inclusivity. When you think about that, what do you believe when do you believe that shift took place? And what other changes do you believe are happening right now that are allowing fashion to grow and evolve throughout the years?
Yes. I think that in fashion, we have always been on that path, but it has been slow and a long time coming.
Right.
And the thing about challenges is, you know, challenges or obstacles present an opportunity. And so there have been a lot of things that have happened in fashion that brought how much disparity has been in fashion and how so many Black creatives have been unnoticed, disregarded, marginalized. I could go on and on and on. So now we're at a point where, you know, the cat is out the bag, right? And, you know, I have to give credit to social media and the internet and just the connectivity that we all have now, so we can get information out there quicker. We can, everyone is in the know about what's happening in fashion. So when there are situations that arise, we have a voice and we have a platform where we can, even if someone at our job or at an organization we work with or for is not listening, we can share our experience with the world. And there are many other people who have been in the same situations, no matter what field they work in. And so people band together and they come together to create change. And so we're on that path now, and I'm really excited about it. So many exciting things have come forth in the last, I would say, 2 years. Really powerful movement going forward. You have the Black in Fashion Council, which is amazing, and they represent creatives in fashion and are there to support the advancement of Black creatives. You have Harlem's Fashion Row, founded by Brandis Daniels, and she is highlighting Black designers and designers who have not gotten their just due or gotten opportunities or funding as others have gotten. And so those are just two organizations that are here now making a difference and making sure that we make a difference. And then myself with my Fashion Academy, the Me Selton Fashion Academy, another piece that's important is education and mentorship and personal development. And so I think that, you know, now it's only going to get better and better, you know, and better and better. And we have a lot more, we have a long way to go, but we are making some headway, and I feel really good about that.
I love that, and I do agree. Like, we do have a long way to go. We've overcome so much. Just thinking about how far, you know, Amazon has come and how far you have come. You know, we can take a lot from your pioneer journey, as we, you know, at Amazon also say we pioneer as well. So we've got that little bit in common. But I love what you mentioned, you know, about you know, just changing and getting that due just that we need so importantly. So another important yet overdue shift in fashion industry has been size inclusivity. As a stylist and designer, you know how important it is to have that proper fit for a customer. And here at Amazon, we're laser focused on the customer. So we're, you know, even embarking on options that ensure that all of our customers know how the clothes fit, no matter what their size is. So talk to us about how you have approached this in the creation of your signature fashion line.
Well, for me, creativity is something that should be shared. So anything that I create, I create for everyone,
Love
and
that.
I'm not thinking to leave anyone out. You know, I want to share my gift with the world. And so the way I'm very mindful about being inclusive and making sure that every person that I design for, whether it's custom design or whether it's with the collaborations that I do, that they feel like they can be a part of it. And so how I do that is just by being authentic, paying attention to the needs of different types of people, and making sure that I'm including everyone in the process, you know? And for me, it's really basic.
Yeah.
You know, it's really basic. And the technology that's available now helps to make sure that I'm able to reach the plus size customer in a very specific way,
Love
where they
that.
feel that the clothes fit them well, where they feel like they can be a part of the Misa Hilton style aesthetic, and that's what I want them to feel. So
I love that. That is
Yeah.
so important. Inclusivity matters so
Yes.
much. Representation matters,
Yes.
as we know. And you know, you touch on so many things. I mean, earlier this year, you were on Amazon Live.
Yes.
You were sharing that presentation, and you know, we saw even then how so many of your principles that you stand on align with the Amazon principles. One of our leadership principles is customer obsession,
Yeah.
which means that you know we as leaders start with the customer and we work backwards. So at Amazon, while we make sure we pay attention to our competition, we are obsessed about our customers.
Yes.
So I recall you saying something similar, noting how critical it is for you and whoever you're styling to have chemistry.
Yes.
So can you explain why that's so important and how that benefits both you and the customer?
Yes, I mean chemistry. Understanding your client from a stylist perspective, you have to. I mean that's key to success, right? And having that chemistry ensures that you have a successful experience. Paying attention to your client or customer, listening to their needs. In my case, I do a lot of one-on-one consultations and now Zoom.
Yeah.
But like paying attention to spoken and unspoken, unspoken messages, you know, and really listening.
Right.
And I think that that's important, to listen to your customer, listen to your client, understand what their needs are, and then from there you make you create a product or a design that speaks to them. And custom design work and working with celebrities in particular, it's imperative, you know, and I think that's why I have always had success for the most part in my experiences, is because I listen and I pay attention, and I take all of the information that I gather from my clients and I make sure that it's included with what I'm creating. So it's always a co-creation for me.
I love that co-creation component, just, you know, kind of thinking about what you have done in your past, you know, how you are obsessing over your customers by co-creating. So as you reflect on all that you have accomplished in your career, I think a safe question for us to ask you, you know, we're representing the future here.
Yes.
That's the goal here. So where do you feel fashion is headed for the future?
I feel that fashion is headed to a really wonderful place that is going to be forward. We're going to experience technological advancements that's going to help us even more with how we deal with customers, how we deal with each other, and how we can produce. And I feel like, you know, the inclusivity and the diversity is growing, you know, and I'm really happy about that. So I know with those models and us all working together and being intentional about making it a better place, then it absolutely will be.
I love that. Making it a better place is fundamental.
Yeah, and it
right?
starts one person at a time. It starts one decision at a time where you stand. You don't have to be the president. You don't have to be the owner. You don't have to be in the top leadership position, but where you are, make a difference, because that trickles out. It's a trickle effect. You know, it goes out and waves are created and it impacts other people's lives positively. So if we all have that mindset to make things better and to do what we can where we are and not think that we have to like change the world by ourselves and, you know, work together as a group, I know that fashion will be a wonderful place. I mean, it's wonderful now.
Right.
And it's getting better and better.
It's getting better and better. It's only even higher from here.
Yes,
Right?
yeah, we can
I
only
love
go
that.
up from here, and we definitely can't go backwards, and that's
No.
the great thing. And we
Right.
can't, it's not, it can't, it's
Right.
not possible, and I feel good about that too, because, you know, I'm all about solutions and moving forward, making a difference, and doing what I can where I am.
I love that. I love that. And what you're doing is exactly right. You're creating an incredible signature fashion line. You're focused
Thank
on
you.
your customers.
Yes.
And the Misa Hilton Fashion Academy is exactly what the future needs. We
Thank
need
you.
stylists that will, be inclusive, that'll think about, forward thinking and think about technology. So, we've got disruptors that are watching this right now and that are excited to hear, hear everything about your career and what you've done. If you could give one piece of advice to a disruptor, a future fashion disruptor, what would that advice be?
My advice would be to believe in yourself, trust your gift, trust that your creativity is going to take you to a place worth going. You may not know, never be afraid of the unknown. That's where all the possibilities are. You know what I mean? Like, just trust your gut, educate yourself, show up in excellence, do your best, but just have that passion for what you do. Don't lose that, because when you're able to work in your gift, there's nothing better than that. That's like the best thing in the world. So to be a disruptor, work in your gift, believe in yourself, trust the process, and everything will fall into place. It's almost like magical. And, stay positive. We're all going to have good days and bad days, ups and downs. That's part of life. But you learn and you become wiser from those moments. And I don't believe in failure. I believe in you learn something. Either it didn't work or I learned something and I became better. And I see where my blind spots were or the things that I didn't know. And now I'm that much stronger. I'm that much smarter and prepared for what's to come in the future.
I love that. So disruptors, I hope you're listening and taking lots of notes. Misa, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today. We've learned so much, and hopefully you guys have as well. We hope that you are enjoying every moment of this summit, and we hope that you continue to enjoy. Take care.
Thank you.